What am I most excited for? It's a question that was presented to me by producer Tyler. Ball, college ball. I am excited for a new adult who wants that smoke. I'm talking about an 18-year-old dude on television who's like, nah, I'm built for this. I'm out here to knock people around. I'm here for Saturdays, man. We're going to have ball on Saturdays again. Love me some USFL. Love to cover the sport. But damn it, this is my lifeblood. I love this. And you know what we get tomorrow? Ball. I want you to tell him, put the word out. We back up. Understand? We back up. Even if I got to watch Notre Dame Navy, and even if we're going to start this year USC San Jose State on Saturday, I don't care. I will be there. I'm fired up. Next thing I'm really excited about, other than the return of ball, is Coach Prime. Colorado, you understand, right? I have been talking about Coach Prime and Colorado since December 2022, okay? And I've been doing this because you love to hear me talk about Coach Prime and Colorado heading in this 2023 season. But I also think that he's been such a rainmaker. It's a lightning rod. You are separated. He is divisive. Somehow, this offseason has gone unlike any of that I've ever seen for a football coach taking over a program that went 1-11 last year. You have an opinion about Colorado, and they ain't played a damn down of football. If you're like me, and you believe it's to the moon and back, if you believe that they are going to be outstanding and great, if you wouldn't be shocked to see them compete and win a Pac-12 championship, you're like me. And you're excited for what could happen at Folsom Field this year. Or you could be like some others, some folks that I don't have to name to you, but you know who I'm talking about when I say they ain't going to be that good. It's 3-9, RJ, 3-9. They're not going to be that good. You can't put together a roster the way he put together a roster expecting to be that good. Yada, 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 yada. It's real difficult for me to be down on a football program that ain't played no football. As a person that lives and breathes this sport, and I say this often, and I'll say it to you because, well, you hear with me each and every week, we got the longest offseason in sports. The longest. So we can come up with all sorts of ways to talk about Colorado, talk about Coach Prime and what he's done. And I choose to make it about football. I choose to say, why wouldn't a man who has won 27 of the first 33 games he's coached as a head football coach be good at his next spot? Why don't people talk about Colorado the way that they talk about Lance Leipold at Kansas? Nobody said, hey, this ain't Buffalo. Nobody said, hey, this ain't Division III. They said, no, Lance Leipold, that's national championship caliber coach. Can't get the same respect for the man that wears a cowboy hat in Boulder, Colorado. Even though, and I'm going to add this, somehow this team that many people think is going to be bad had a player voted onto the first team of the preseason Associated Press All-American. Travis Hunter made the first team as an all-purpose player. Before Travis Hunter changed divisions, the best all-purpose player in the sport for me is at Ohio State, Emeka Egbuka. And you know him because he also was number one at his position coming out in 2021, wide out. Now I got Travis Hunter going both ways. I choose to make it about football. I choose to remind you Shedeur Sanders has been 70-8 as a starter. And I got people that want to talk to me about the levels of competition. You know, I live in Oklahoma. We play all the way up to 6A1 and 6A2. Okay? We play 8-man around here all the way up. You know what we don't do? We don't disparage people that go win football games. We got a team that I covered that I wrote a really cool piece for me at the Oklahoma back some 12, 14 years ago called Davis. Davis, Oklahoma ran the wishbone. Still runs the bone. Bona fide bone. The boys don't even look at the ball. They got their heads down looking at the snap count. They ran people down and over. And what do you say? You say that's a good football team. Those are good football players. They know how to win. When I hear Lincoln Riley say, what do you look for most in a quarterback? It's not arm talent. It's not his understanding of scheme. It's not, hey, is that a head coach on the field? It's, is the guy a winner? Shedeur Sanders is a winner. How are you going to add a guy like Charles Kelly to your staff if people still expect you to be bad? I just don't get it. I'm fired up about them. I'm fired up for them. And you know what? We get to know whether or not they're good in 2 weeks' time. Literally, Not even a week, no, 1 week's time. That's how close we are. They got to play Texas Christian on Big Noon. And I've heard people say with a straight face they would not be shocked to see Texas Christian put up 50 on Colorado. All right, money. You ride out with that. I got a little pride in me, and I'm sure they got a little pride to them. Okay, all right. But also, that's a ranked matchup for me, right? You saw that I ranked them number 20 in my preseason poll. Off the strength of USC was ranked number 14 coming off a 4-8 season with a new head coach, new quarterback, that sort of thing, right? I gave the 3-game cushion for being 1-11 last year, turnover roster, good head coach, new quarterback, number 20. But somehow that feels like just the biggest outlier. But we'll get to find out, right? Because that's going to impact my rankings. Somebody's going to move up. Somebody's going to move down. Colorado, Texas Christian. I'm fired up about it. Next thing that I'm going to be watching for, while I can't say it is my favorite storyline, it is going to be the storyline that I am invested in the most when it comes to the Oklahoma Sooners. Is the Oklahoma defense going to be good? Good. It's the kind of defense that I associate with Brent Venables, because last year it did not. It did not. Not even a little bit, all right? Giving up 30 a game, 461 yards a game, ranking 122nd in total defense, ranking dead last in pass defense in the Big 12, and 9th out of 10 teams in the Big 12 in rush defense. Brent Venables ain't never coached no defense like that, and I'm taking it all the way back to Oklahoma. Something got to get fixed. Now, they brought in some dudes. Deshaun McCullough's a dude. Jacob Lacey's a dude, okay? Once they figure out who the corner is going to be on the other side of Woody Washington, they're going to have that locked up too. Billy Bowman can play. I'm expecting great things from him. We'll see. We will see just exactly what that defensive line looks like. But, I think they're going to be right at the edge because Ethan Downs is a dude. If they get that defense right, if it looks anything like the Brent Venables defense that we saw at Clemson, yeah, they can compete for a Big 12 championship. But you can't compete for no championships giving up no 461 yards a game. That's how you go 6-7. That's how you have the first losing season in program history since 1997. The thing at Oklahoma is the standard is winning. That's it. That's all you are really credited for, and that's what we come to expect. I say it often, I'll say it again. It's the pro team in this state. No disrespect to the agricultural and mechanical engineering school in Stillwater, but you know what time it is. That team says Sooners across its chest, and Sooners is what the state is named for. I need y'all to get out there like some land thieves and go empty some pockets, defense. If they're good, then I'm good. Next storyline that I'm really interested in also is Oklahoma related. This is going to be the last year that the Bedlam football game is played for the foreseeable future. Okay? It might be a very, very, very long time before we see Oklahoma and Oklahoma State on a schedule again. And that is a game that has been played with few interruptions since 1904. 117 times Oklahoma has played football against Oklahoma State. It is a game that is near and dear to me and near and dear to all folks that live and breathe Oklahoma. And I don't just mean Oklahoma football. I mean, if you are from the state, you live in the state, you know somebody from the state, it doesn't matter that Oklahoma didn't beat that ass 91 times, because that's what happened. It matters that we can't lose the game, right? It matters that Oklahoma State shows up. It matters that a dude can show up to the Bedlam basketball game with an orange long sleeve shirt on with black lettering that says, "Punt it again, Bob." Because Stoops punted twice to Tyreek Hill, and Tyreek Hill did what Tyreek Hill does with punts, okay? It means the world to us. It means the world to me. It's going to be at Stillwater this year, so live it up, folks. But my goodness, that game's been talked about leaving basically since Oklahoma decided to make the leap to the SEC. And Mike Gundy has not been shy about saying, hell, they ended it, not us. All right. Well, that being said, I need Oklahoma to go out with a win. Again, 1 in 91 times is not going to do much to change the winning percentage. But it will be the kind of thing that Oklahoma State fans will lord over Oklahoma fans for as long as I am alive. They are the kind of people that put up a national championship in 1945, knowing the Army was the best damn football team in America in 1945. But that's who they are. That's what they do. What do you think they will do with a bona fide win against the Oklahoma Sooners on the way out? My goodness. Last thing that I'm really excited for this season, storyline I'm going to be watching all year. Can Caleb Williams become just the second player in the 154-year history of this sport to win the Heisman Trophy twice? The Heisman voters are slaves to tradition, okay? They resist change. They do not like giving away the stiff arm trophy to the same man. And they sure as hell don't like doing it to the same man after a year like last year when he didn't even make the college football playoff. You want the best player on the best team in America to win that trophy. And I think that's what's going to take for Caleb Williams to win it a second time. USC is just going to have to be one of those teams. Because if it's not, I'm looking at two players in FBS last year who threw for 4,000 yards, 35 pass TDs, and 10 or fewer interceptions. One of them is Caleb Williams. The other one's due to North Carolina named Drake May. Now, the thing that Drake May has working against him that Caleb Williams is not is a new offensive coordinator, right? Talk about Clint Brewster a little bit, but Chip Lindsey's the dude going to be calling the plays, all right? You need it to work, and you need it to come together in a very, very short amount of time because South Carolina ain't no easy win. And that's who you open it against, all right? It ain't no San Jose State. No disrespect, San Jose State. But South Carolina knocked off both Clemson and Tennessee, and as far as I'm concerned, should put the 2022 Orange Bowl trophy in their trophy cabinet because they beat them both. So if Caleb Williams gets caught slipping, if Drake May comes out of the gate, then we got a Heisman race. But until then, best player in the sport is down there at South Central, okay? Thank you for watching the #1 college football show. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and like this video so that you don't miss any of the best college football coverage in America.